Tom Roskamsz, aki itt van most Magyarországon, Budapesten, ugyanis a második különlegesség, hogy nem csak ő egymaga jött el, hanem a Noble Nectarsnak sikerült, Gergellyéknek sikerült megszerveznie, hogy a Claxton független palackozó termékeinek egy színes kínálata, palettája megjelenjen Magyarországon.
So we've always tried to stay true to that identity, and every single bottle has, you know, a lot of focus, a lot of passion that goes into it, and yeah, we just stand sort of true to our morals really and our principles, and yeah, every cask has its own identity, because ultimately, when we sort of take our serious kind of industry hats off and put our whiskey fan hats on, that's what it should be about. It should be about having fun, enjoying that journey, that process, if you like, and sharing your thoughts with people. So, yeah, join a club, sit down with friends or pals, or you know, come and
even
chat
with family, yes.
With family, and try something different. Be brave, I guess, would be my advice.
Köszöntök mindenkit ezen a rendkívüli adáson. A whiskytalkot nézitek, én Clash Dávid vagyok, viszont nem csak a helyszín rendkívüli, hanem az alkalom is. Itt van velünk ugyanis két igazi nagy ágyú. Rácz Gergellyt már ismerhetitek, a Noble Nectars társtulajdonosát, de ami, ha megengedett, talán egy fokkal különlegesebbé teszi ezt a mai alkalmat, az a tőlem balomon ülő ember, aki a Claxton nevű független palackozónak a társtulajdonosa, Tom Roskamsz, aki itt van most Magyarországon, Budapesten. Azt is hihettetek volna, hogy most épp Skóciában vagyunk, de Budapesten vagyunk, ugyanis a második különlegesség, hogy nem csak ő egymaga jött el, hanem a Noble Nectarsnak sikerült, Gergellyéknek sikerült megszerveznie, hogy a Claxton független palackozó termékeinek egy színes kínálata, palettája megjelenjen Magyarországon, és ezt egyébként egy kóstoló keretében adják át itt a nagy érdeműnek, amire mi is eljöttünk, és megtiszteltek minket azzal a lehetőséggel, hogy csinálhassunk egy rövid interjút Gergővel és Tommal. Úgyhogy örülök, hogy itt vagytok, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nektek mondom, kedves nézőink, hogy eddig volt nagyjából magyar a közszórakoztatás, és innentől Tomra való tekintettel természetesen angolul folytatjuk az interjút. So Tom, the first question is, how are you enjoying your time in Hungary, and have you had a chance to try a palinka yet?
Loving my time in Hungary. It's a few years since I've been here last, so it's really nice to be back. I think I came over in 2018 last, so it's been a few years, but yeah, great to be back and great to be sharing some drams with everyone in Budapest.
So you tried palinka?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Maybe this is going to be a long night then.
Yeah. You know, it's made from fruits, so it's a little bit different, but it's okay.
You'll definitely have to.
And it's ours.
So.
You know.
It's unique and it's Hungarian, so
yeah.
But very differently made, like whiskey. So we always make these jokes with the guests, and these guys are absolutely doing these jokes. Have you tried palinka?
Yeah.
Here you go.
For everything. So yeah, absolutely. Introduce me. That'd be great.
But on a more serious note, because we are here because of your independent bottlers. Claxtons. What is the story? What is the story beside the project? How did it started?
We started really built on passion. Quite as simple as that, really. We're fundamentally whiskey enthusiasts. That's where we come from. Our background is sort of whiskey collecting bottles, like every other whiskey fan, you know, in the world. And eventually, sort of collecting bottles kind of spiraled into collecting casks, and after a few casks you get to a stage in life where you think, well, hang on, we've got, you know, 10 or 12 or 15 casks, we're not possibly going to drink all these casks in our lives, so you think, what do we want to do with them? And it was never
optimistic.
Well, yeah, we'd be a fair few bottles a day, I think. We were getting to that point where so yeah, I think we always felt that whiskey was for enjoying, you know, for drinking. It's not there to be a you know, sort of something to look at on the shelf, or a cask as a kind of, you know, an asset or something, as some people say. It's about the passion of whiskey and about enjoying it. So the natural step for us was to take those casks to bottle. You know, and we started really with that mentality of enthusiasm, and yeah, bottling casks. So yeah,
That's fair enough. So, and what makes Claxton's bottling so special? If it's special, but I think so.
I think that's down to fellow whiskey fans to determine. We don't like to blow too much smoke up our backside, so to speak. I think we're very neutral in that sense, that we don't try and sway people's opinions. We let the whiskey do the talking, and hopefully people do see it as special. I think we've developed a reputation, hopefully, for being at the sort of quality end of the industry and really focusing on the sort of super high quality. I think every single expression that we bottle, we want it to be a standout example of, you know, what that distillery can deliver, what that style is, what the regional influence might be, what the cask type is. So we've always tried to stay true to that identity, and every single bottle has, you know, a lot of focus, a lot of passion that goes into it. And yeah, we just stand sort of true to our morals, really, and our principles. And yeah, every cask has its own identity, I guess.
Sounds great.
And just to add, Tom, because when we were there and visited you in Scotland, I really loved not only the passion but also the history behind the bottlings. Yeah. So you shared many tangy background stories about each and every bottlings, even it's a core range or a warehouse bottling or even the exploration series. So that's what really grabbed my mind.
I think every cask has a sort of unique identity. You know, they're almost living, breathing creatures, personalities. You know, each cask is very much unique. You know, and if you go into our warehouses, as we did together, you'll see that there is just a plethora of diversity, a huge range of everything that Scotch whisky has to offer. And that keeps it very exciting, very interesting. And as you say, every single dram has a bit of a back history to it, as well as you know, Del Swinton Bond as a location, which indeed is a wonderful location in the lowlands on a stunning 5,000 acre private estate. So not only is it a wonderful space to work, but a wonderful space to mature whiskey, and we're very proud of what we've managed to create there, I think.
You could be. You must be. Or you must be. You must be. To Gergely, the next question for Gergely. How did it come together? I know this friendship, this kind of relationship, but this kind that we having this tasting even today, and that these Noble Nectars are here with now. We are here in Hungary now with us.
Yeah, that's actually was quite like a fairy tale. Because we already knew the Claxton bottlings, so we know that the high quality, we know the selection. And then we met in the online environment with Tom. We had a wonderful online meeting for 1 hour. We had an amazing discussion, and we were already been on the same page. So that was no question that what they could offer, what we would like to have, and what we would like to introduce to the Hungarian community, that's actually the same. So then we had many discussions, and Tom was so nice to invite us to Scotland, to Del Swinton Bond. And we had wonderful days there, even 2. We visited the warehouses, we visited the estate, and we tasted some of their whiskies. So it was really a lifetime experience. And then it was already decided that we want to introduce this Claxton portfolio to the Hungarian community. And actually we were really lucky because the first shipment just departed from Scotland, so we could take a picture of the pallet in the warehouse, and then after 2 days or 3 days it departed to Hungary. So it's a very personal touch that we could just touch the pallet, and now, come on guys, it's here. So
it's like a fairy tale.
It is, absolutely.
And I think, just to add to that as well, what was most exciting for me was the instant affinity. I think I knew with the team at Noble that they were, you know, we had that synergy, the way we're thinking, the passion about whiskey, and their drive to help independent bottlers, you know, and we just had a natural fit, which felt very comfortable.
That's the most
straight
important.
away. And that, well, it's really important actually, because, you know, for us as whiskey fans, as well as kind of partners to bring things to you know, to Hungary together, it's important to have that sort of natural fit, I think, and it just felt right, and yeah, so.
I think this lineup is very high level. It's so-called hardcore. Or
We can call it
I hope so.
Absolutely hardcore. But what is your favorite one in the table?
I knew
And
that's
what is the story? And what
on
is the
the
story?
table or the board?
But
They all
the favorite
they all have different sort of emotional connections for me. I think for me one of my favourites tonight that we're pouring is actually the Glencarrick. And the reason being, I'm sort of quite fascinated about the history of the whiskey industry as well, and Glencarrick was particularly unique because it's actually a closed distillery that's based very close to Sandbed, where Dalswinton Bond is, and about 2 miles as the crow flies from where we are, we actually found a very old distillery, the ruins of the distillery that operated in the 1800s, and we had to dig through the treasure troves to find out about this distillery that operated nearly 200 years ago, that was right where we are, you know, based. It's a lost, or was a lost distillery, really forgotten about for a long time. So it was amazing to sort of learn about the history, but also try and recreate
the heritage,
the heritage of it. Yeah, and the history, the heritage, and recreate that style of whiskey that they might once have produced there. So I think that would be definitely one that stands out for me, but for many different reasons.
Because all of your children.
Well, because they genuinely are, and the whole team is involved in selecting all the casks and making sure it's the right time, and we know them all on a sort of personal level. So all of the casks for different reasons, all of the expressions, different drams have a different meaning to us, or certainly to me, and it might mean something different to you, but yeah, I would say they all have their own.
The next question is for Gergely, the same. What is your favorite?
Maybe I would pick one from each of the series. So from the core range, my favorite one is the Glenbarn. Grain Barn, sorry, Grain Barn.
Grain Barn.
That's an amazing 30 years old grain whiskey.
From
the exploration one, I think I would go for the Glengarry. I'm a Glengarry addict, sorry. That's my bad, I know. From the warehouse series is definitely the Monarchmore. That's a unique whiskey, I think. And the Ben Nevis, so very
Ben Nevis had a big soft spot for us. We were chatting about.
But Ben Nevis is not in the lineup today.
Ben Nevis not in the lineup
today. I wanted
today,
to mention this.
The Monarchmore as well is a very, very special dram. It's rare that you get the opportunity to bottle, 34-year-olds.
It's a very rare.
That's definitely a special dram.
The last question for you, Tom, is to give a message or a piece of advice. Is for someone who is just starting the whiskey journey of the whiskey.
Yeah, I think, I'm very careful with advising, if you like. I think I don't like to advise anyone too much. I think the key for me is explore and keep an open mind. The whiskey world has such a wonderful array of amazing styles and different characters and different identities that we've talked about, and there's such a huge diversity, especially as an independent bottler. For me, my passion's certainly driven by that. So I think if I was sort of chatting to someone who's a newcomer to the whiskey world, I think be brave, explore drams that you might not have been comfortable with or never seen before, never heard of before. That's what's going to open up the treasure trove of opportunity, and that sort of journey of exploration, which is really, is good fun, because ultimately, when we sort of take our serious kind of industry hats off and put our whiskey fan hats on, that's what it should be about. It should be about having fun, enjoying that journey, that process, if you like, and sharing your thoughts with people. So, join a club. Sit down with friends or pals, or come and
even
chat
with family,
with family, and try something different. Be brave, I guess, would be my advice.
This is a very good end line.
Perfect.
David, thank you.
Thank you. Nagyon szépen köszönjük, hogy velünk tartottatok ezen az interjún. Most először csinált a Whisky Talk csapata ilyet, hogy megbirkozzunk egy ilyen kihívással, úgyhogy ez mindenféleképpen mérföldkő. Hát most még látjátok, hogy most következik a kóstoló, úgyhogy nem ígérem, hogy holnap vágjuk meg ezt a videót, de hamarosan találkozunk, úgyhogy minden jót nektek. Még egyszer köszönöm, thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure. Cheers.